Hey Thrifty people, how are you guys doing today? How are you guys doing this Monday? I hope you guys are doing well. Hope you had a really good weekend, or at least a decent weekend. I had a pretty good weekend. My husband and I, we decorated the tree over at the house, and it was nice. It was really nice. It's very minimal because I ended up throwing away some old, some old ornaments. And I was like, yeah, no. And then the newer ornaments we have, I was like, I just wanted to wait a couple of Christmases before we use them, only because of, I just don't want them to get destroyed or anything to happen to them while I'm not in the house. So we were fine. We just have a nice 8-foot Christmas tree. It is very, a different type of elegant. Just, it has lights, white lights, and it has garland on it. So silver and red garland, and it's kind of mixed, and it's really beautiful actually, but it's very simple. All right, guys, it is Monday. Y'all know what happens on Monday. On Monday, I talk about my money. So welcome to My Money Monday. There's a couple of things that I need to do. One of the things that I need to do is I had to revise my budget. The budget that I showed y'all for the month for December 2025, basically that is a paycheck budget. However, there are some other things that should have been accounted for as well. And so I'm also working on revamping some sheets, some worksheets in my budget that I created, so that it does account for more than just that, so I can remember to account for that, and also kind of go back, like what's due annually, things like that, making sure I'm doing a truer budget. Because I also need to include the money that I've saved all year in my sinking funds. The reason why I say that is because there are things that are due, like come April and May, there are going to be some professional fees that are due, licensing that is due. And even though I'm saving up for it now, when I put that money in the bank or I transfer it, whatever I do, I need to account for that money is being utilized, but not coming out of my paycheck, especially since I record my transactions. So let's go ahead, let's get started. First thing I want to apologize for is that says 2026, y'all. It is 2025. That is not a December 2026 budget. I guess I was trying to be slick or something. I don't know. But that is 5. I'm so sorry. So it's 2025. Okay. And I have covered up the week 1 transactions because that's going to be on a different day. And I just kind of want to go over my budget. Once again, I accounted for all the things here that I was supposed to do. They're in here broken up into the different categories, which I'm going to be adding myself another sheet that lets me do like I was doing before. Like I said, this is a work in progress for me. It thinks how I think. So this is a work in progress for me. It may work for you. It may not work for you. So what I didn't account for the last time was I am taking money from my sinking fund and also my high yield savings account. I mentioned that the last time in the prior video last Monday. However, I need to really put that on my budget because I'm going to be paying for the laptop I purchased from Best Buy that's going to be paid off. In addition, I took money out for the condo fees that are due this month. So that's not coming out of my salary, but it is a transaction that's going to occur this month. I don't want it to mess with my buffer because I just replaced my buffer. So, that money's in there. I want to account for it. I also went through, sat down and said, okay, this is what I'm going to be saving for the month. This is my goal. Some of it's going to come out of my salary. The other parts of it's going to come out of a different account. It says Chase 2. It comes out of that account. So the total for this month that I plan to have that's income from whatever source is $9,365. Okay. Now, coming down here to housing. My housing I have in this other book, and I apologize, I already put it back. Bless my little heart. My housing in my other book, it shows that my total housing for the month is $2,350. Well, that did not account for the condo fees that are due this month as well, because that's what my budget is. My budget is what's going on for that particular month. I had to add in the condo fees, which was $1,800. $1,000 of that, like I said, goes up here. There's the $746 you see is money you're going to see that I'm going to be taking out of my little cap here, because some of this, like I said, I'm keeping less money on hand. All right. So that's going into the bank. You'll see that as a transaction up here as well, as I go through it. All right. So then just my regular for utilities, transportation, groceries, personal care, entertainment, and here goes the debt. Now, the debt, you're like, hey, that's $2,365. That is correct. $365 of that is what was left over on my Southwest card. Normally it is zero, and that's what I want However, if you remember at the end of last month, what I did was I reimbursed my money when I did my summary. I know it was a long video too. I'm sorry, guys. When I did my summary, I reimbursed myself for the activity at the end of the month. And it's kind of hard, especially when it comes around about this time with Christmas and you're now starting to purchase things and you are having to reimburse yourself. So that doesn't happen at the same time. And I am using my credit card. I get my points, so I'm happy about that. However, which I miss my points on the furniture, but anywho, that's where that $365 came from. And you'll see that there was a $491 deposit. However, even though there was a $491 reimbursement, I still need to make that payment. So it'll all kind of come out in the wash. Okay, savings is $1,280. Basically, part's coming from the Chase 2, part of that's coming out of my paycheck. And then I don't budget anything for hobby and gift, and I am really trying to make sure hobby is zero this month. It cannot be anything else. No freebies, no nothing. I am changing up how I'm doing things, and I want to be mindful of that. So there's no sense in me printing some things out. The only thing that could happen to have that should probably go to hobby is anything that has to do with the mailbox. However, I have enough in my YouTube that I actually don't have to save for it this month, so I'm good. And gifts, that's all. Majority of this is going to be reimbursed by my sinking funds that I have. So my goal there is tit for tat, real quick, because at the end of the month, like I said, I just want zero. I want zero in my debt. All right. That is what I have done. That's the adjustment. I just had to, one, tell y'all it is 2025, not 2026, and just kind of go over how I'm accounting for these other things. Let's see. As y'all see, all my bills, it's crazy. All my bills fall at the beginning of the week this month. Last month, it was more so at the end of the week. Sometimes it's spread off, but for the majority, they kind of fall at the beginning of the week this month. It's like, what? All right. Let me go ahead and put this up because I'm going to show you guys the next part that I'm going to be doing, which is the sinking funds. Oh, y'all saw my 2026 here. Yeah, I am working on my 2026 budget. It is going to be interesting. All right. Next, I have my sinking funds, y'all. And when I did my sinking funds, I just compiled everything. This will probably be the only time you get to see a lot of the stuff that's going on. What I did was I went ahead, I combined everything. The only thing that I have in my high yield savings is either emergency splurge or interest income. I just want to always keep splurge separate, okay? For my occasions, that's where I keep the money for special occasions, birthdays, things like that. This is where I reimburse from. I have that separated out, what was already in there, and then what's for occasions. Occasions is anything. There is nothing, I am no longer breaking it out to be anything special. There's just money that goes in there, and I get to decide how much I'm going to spend on that particular occasion or for whatever birthday. Now, granted, I have grandkids. That's going to be a little different. My grandkids are going to be different. All the other people in the family, you know what, they just come from this. So if they just get a little $50 gift card, that's what they get, is a $50 gift card. Okay. All right. So then we have my BMO. And BMO is just the car account. So, and I understand, I don't want to be trafficking in and out of my high yield saving. So I am going to be, that's why I have these separate accounts. I do understand that these accounts aren't collecting any interest, and I am okay with that. I am okay with that. All right. And so then, like I said, what we have here is the BMO is the car account. So it has incidentals here. But I know, y'all, I had to go. I didn't do the prior month, so I had to, because I didn't do the prior month, I just was like, okay, I'm just going to get to the end with all this stuff. Okay, so the beginning of the month isn't good, but the end of the month, this is what it is. All right, so this is the car account. This is car. This is occasions, like I said. So this is holidays, whatever. I decide I want to spend, I take it out of that account. All right. F&BO is just my emergency. All right. I know I don't have to do this. I'm just helping you guys out understand. Now, Chase 2. Chase 2 is a little different. This is Chase 2 is where I'm going to start putting my sinking funds, okay? This is where my sinking funds are going to start going that are not here on hand. There's cash I'm going to keep on hand in my house, and then there's the rest of this stuff goes in there. My 5K, my E5K next year, I am going to, it depends. I'm either going to empty that out quarterly, or I am going to stuff it with prop money and just move the money into here, because eventually I'm going to do this digitally. That way I'm not doing this by hand. I know I purchased this whole thing. I'll probably still do it by hand. That's double entry. That's what that's called, or double charting, or whatever you want to call it. However, I purchased this. I don't care if it was $2.99. However, I think I am going to, I said however twice. I hate that. I'm going to do things just a little bit differently and move this digitally, so that I can just have whatever is in here is what's staying in there, and whatever little savings challenges that I decide I'm going to do for the year, that money's in here as well. My goal was not to do a lot of saving challenges like I did before, because I have a couple of things I want to do following different, following different, I want to say channels. Everybody's like, I don't know, different influencers will say that. So this is my second Chase account, and this is sinking funds. And it's also savings. So there's money that goes in here that is for savings, which is the general amount, and then it's going to be sinking fund. I'm also utilizing this to help me with my bank rec. So that's why I'm going to move this digitally, because I'm going to start utilizing this as a bank rec, because these are all bank accounts. And the cash on hand is just going to be something different. Now, here's my household sinking funds. This is what the balances were at the end of, this is all balances at the end of November. Although I went to candle day, so my emergency amount is depleted. Y'all, it is depleted. I just want to let y'all know that. So anywho, this is what actually is on hand here. And these are the items that are going to stay in here. So what's going to stay in here is what stays in here is the emergency. That's so I can pull out, whatever I need to do. And I literally I take this, shove it in my purse, and that is what I use to pay for stuff. Extra groceries, same thing. Self-care, entertainment, my kids fund, my grandkids fund, and then YouTube. I decided I'm just going to go ahead and keep YouTube in there, but I don't know. I had it up here, then I moved it down here. It just depends, because once again with YouTube, what ends up occurring is I purchase things. Pardon me, guys. I end up printing things out. I have to kind of decide what I'm going to do, and I may end up deciding it during this video. So one of the things I wanted to do for this video, guys, I have to take money to the bank, okay? I have to take it to the bank. And I know it is scary. So I have to tighten this up. I keep saying that. And I should have asked Stan to purchase me a desk for Christmas. But you know what? He actually reimbursed me. So I took money out of my high yield savings account to pay for the, what was I paying for? To pay for my laptop. And he just said, hey, since you did all these things, which he's really enjoying how we're doing Christmas. I did a 24-day countdown. Then there's a 25th present. I still have 4 more I have to get for him. 2 of them I'm sending back. And one I have to get another one, because he's like, you know what? I like this, but I'm not going to use it. So I was like, okay, that's cool. So I'm just going to go ahead and send it back. One, I just ordered a different size, so I need to take that back so I can make sure, it's an even exchange in regards to money. And I'm going to tell y'all something. That's why I did the blackout, because supposedly when I purchased this thing, it was on sale for Black Friday, but it's the same price. There's no sale, and it's the same price. That's why I don't participate in that stuff. But anyway, because it was Black Friday week, because, they were trying to get ahead of the game. Anyway, so I have to get 4 more gifts. Actually 5, but I do need to get 4 because I'm missing one. But it's okay. He's really liking it. He's liking being able to be surprised and be involved in choosing the gift. So I'm kind of glad I didn't wrap them. So yay, yay for me. Anyway, let's go ahead. Let's get this started. Card tags. Card tags is no longer going to be, let me take this out. Card tags is no longer going to be in here. It is, let's see, there's nothing in there. Anyway, this is going to be going to my BMO account, okay? It's already in there, okay? It's already in there. Now, the other thing that's going in there is going to be my car change, oil change and tune-ups. So I don't know if people still do tune-ups. I do tune-ups, but this is going into the BMO account because that's for the car account. That's the car account. It's just for car. And I understand it sounds crazy to have different accounts, but I did this when I was younger. It helped me understand where my money needed to go. And when I needed the money for that particular thing, I had it. Now I am going to keep these going. I am going to keep utilizing these trackers for the time being until probably the first part of the year. And I do need to do mine for this particular month. I haven't done it for the month of, for the month of December yet. But I even need to move the money. I'm lying about that too. I didn't move the money yet into the other account. That's why it was so much easier to do cash because I feel like, man, I'm going to get behind on doing the electronic way. But you know what? I'll get a pace. So I should not knock myself because I'll get a pace. I got 1, 200, 20, 40, 50, 60, 5, 75, 85, 95, 96, 97, 98, 99, 300. So $300 is what's going in there. I'll go ahead and put this here. Okay, what am I doing? Y'all, bless my little heart. So $300 is going into my BMO. I have to keep this separate because I'm going to different accounts, and I totally forgot that. All right, so BMO, this is really going out, isn't it? 300, and that's car maintenance. All right. Put this here, put that on there. I remember all this came about because we had a fellow budgeter, some of us, a lot of us, well, just depends on who you are in a certain community, a sub-community within this community. We follow him, and he was very honest about what had occurred. So, you know, it's like, hey, yeah, I'm taking my money to the bank. All right, so then I have medicals going, my scripts are going, condo fees are going, which is actually going to be $0, but I'm just going to continue to save the same amount anyway. Condo fees are going, and professional development is also going to the bank. So let's see, I did 300. That should be 173 plus 223 plus 746 plus 50 equals $1,192 going to the bank. All right, so let me put this in here. Come on, hurry up, guys. And I am not going to do, what is that called, y'all? I am not going to do prop money in those accounts. I'm just going to take them out. I'm pretty sure they're going to get replaced with something else or whatever, but I'm going to put my coffee on it, y'all. I am going to, what do you call that? Yeah, I'm not going to put prop money in there. I don't want to stuff a lot of prop money if I don't have to. So 173. And I'm going to make this right here. I'm also going to put this in electronic version as well. So I'll be doing a spreadsheet, and hopefully I can get it done before the year starts. That's my goal, is to get it done before the year starts. I pray. All right, so we have 150, 60, 70, 1, 2, 3. So 173 minus 173. All right, so we have prescriptions. Should have $223 for prescriptions. I had gone through and condensed this. I hate to see these go, but you know what? It's okay. So that's 200. I said 23, 20. Yeah, 20. 1, 2, 3. 223 minus 223. Okay, so the HOA, yes, y'all, the HOA. This gets paid this month. All right. And I had 1,000 that went to the bank that y'all saw earlier in the video. I had transferred over. I should have $746 in cash. Okay, so this is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. What? Oh, y'all, I don't know. I already did it. I got 2 and I got 2. What did I do? I don't know. I already messed up. The last one was 2 and 2, right? Yeah, 2 and 2. Let me get that back. That was 400. Let me make sure there's nothing else left in here. HOA condo. All right, so this was housing cost, $250 and $2,000. That's what I do annually. All right. All right, we got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Oh, what happened? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 20, 40, 5, 46, 646. What happened to my $100? Y'all, ooh, okay. It was supposed to be 746. I know I counted that. 746. All right, so we're gonna leave that alone there. So, oh, y'all hear that? I'm gonna have to talk to them down there because they keep slamming that door, and I'm gonna have to ask them if they please stop. If they could please stop. So we got 300 there. And then there's 173 there. So that would be, yeah, 4. Okay, we're going to leave this one alone. Then let's go here. We're going to go here. I got to count that just to make sure. And then there's $50 for professional. That goes into, and I have to really re-update this one because I have my annual memberships. And then I have, yeah, this is the annual memberships, and that also is for my CEUs. And I'm supposed to get CEU reimbursed, but you know what? You can't get it reimbursed if all your CEUs are free, and then you haven't done the ones that you paid for. Y'all, I'm gonna spend that last, and then I have to have it in by a certain time, so that even sucks too. All right, so minus 50 is 746, y'all. I don't know. How did I lose $100? There's no way I lost $100. All right, guys, I'm going to have to kind of go back out here and see what happened. I'm going to put this over here because I know good and well I did not take $100 from out of there. I guess things happen, y'all. Things happen. I don't know what happened between now and then. Look, I got stuff dropping. All right, egg on face, y'all. It's okay. I'm not gonna trip about it. Let's see how much I do have that I'm putting into that account. So we got 100, 200, 300, 400, 500, 600, 700, 8. Oh, let's do that again. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 1,000, 1,050, 1,100, 20, 40, 60, 70, 85, 86, 87, 88, 89, 90, 91, 92, 1,192. Y'all, hold on. 173 plus 223 plus 746 plus 50. Y'all, y'all saw that, right? Y'all saw me go through all of that. I'm probably gonna have to, guys, I don't know what I did. I'm gonna go back and I'm gonna watch the video. I'm pretty sure you guys are gonna catch it. I took out some money, guys, and I wasn't sure what happened to my money. And apparently it was all in there. So I must have accidentally, it must have got stuck to something. I'm not sure. Let's recount this. I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. That's 10. So minus 1,000, minus 50, 100, minus 100, minus 20, 40, 60, 60, minus 10, 20, 20, minus 5, minus 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. That is so funny, y'all. I just went through that whole thing looking for this money, and it was, I knew it had to got stuck. I knew it. Bless my little heart. All right, so once again, and I'm going to do this because sometimes what happens is I may forget. So Chase 2, 173 is for medical, which I have a bill I have to pay here too. Scripts are 223. 746 for condo fees. That's going to be moved down. That's for condo fees. And then $50 for professional development. All right. So in total, once again, that's $1,192. $1,192. All right. So I'm gonna stop you. All right. Thank y'all for being patient. I appreciate that. All right, guys. So that's what I have. So I'm dropping off $300 to BMO and then $1,100 to $1,192 over to Chase. This all should help me make sure that I don't have. That means the only thing that I should have is these 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 sinking funds that are in the house, and whatever savings challenges I have that are eventually going to be going to the bank as well. And then I will be working on revamping how I plan to do savings challenges going forward in the future. I am going to, for right now, put these items back here so that I can continue to track them the best way that I can as I get my spreadsheet together to do that. All right, guys, I want to thank y'all for being here. I want to thank you for stopping by to see what I have to offer. Have you made any changes to how you are handling your sinking funds for the year, for the remainder of the year and the rest of the year going forward? Have you yourself said, hey, you know what, I'm going to do things a little differently? If you had, just leave a description below and up in the description. Don't leave a description, y'all. Leave a comment below. Leave a comment below. All right, so if you like this type of content, don't forget to comment below, y'all. Don't forget to like, share, subscribe, turn on notification bells. I'm going to see you in my next video. And toodles.